More D&D multiclassing combos, this time Barbarian with Wizard or Sorcerer. Doing Barbarian with the spellcaster is always a hard choice because you can't maintain concentration and you can't cast spells while you're raging, so whatever you do with your class needs to depend on things other than spellcasting and potentially on spells that linger through combat while you're already raging, because the assumption is you're going to be raging during combat. At low levels, you don't always have enough. You don't always have enough rages per day to do that, but that is the dream. That's the fantasy of the barbarian. So, if you're going primarily barbarian and dipping into wizard or sorcerer, you're looking primarily at your subclass features. Wizard at low levels, all you get is basically ritual casting. Sorcerer, all you get at low levels is innate sorcery and then font of magic. And if you can't cast spells, neither of those do anything for you. So, in terms of subclasses, I think your best option is Wild Magic, which, I mean, it would be fun to pair with Wild Magic Barbarian, but you don't necessarily have to. So you'll need 13 Charisma to get into Sorcerer, 13 Strength at least to get out of Barbarian, and then what you're going to do is you're going for Tides of Chaos, which is free advantage on one roll. Outside of combat, you're going to cast buffs on yourself, primarily False Life for the temporary hit points to make up for the fact that you're losing Barbarian levels, and then you're going to use Tides of Chaos and save that for saving throws primarily. You already have advantage on attacks from Reckless Attack, so Tides of Chaos is great for your saves. If you're going for Wizard, Blade Song seems like the obvious choice because it's a buff that isn't a spell, and you can still cast like False Life, Mage Armor. You have Ritual Casting, which is always useful. But the problem with Blade Song is it's based entirely on your intelligence. So you get like the speed boost, advantage on agility tests, and you get to add intelligence to your AC and to your constitution saving throws to maintain concentration, which you're not going to do. So it's basically a little bit of speed and intelligence to AC, but if you've only got 13 intelligence, that's useless. So instead of Blade Song, go for War Mage. The low-level War Mage feature, as a reaction, you can add a bonus to your AC, you can add a bonus to saving throws, and you can use that as often as you want. So that is going to get a ton of mileage for you. So given the choice between Sorcerer and Wizard, I would go for War Mage. I think the combination of ritual casting for utility and then the reaction to defend yourself, there is some value there. Straight Barbarian is still going to be better, but if you're absolutely fixated on being a Barbarian and also a spellcaster, you could do a lot worse.